It's billed as a stallion-making race, and well, Redout's getting over the top of Testarossa. They both became champion stallions. The mighty one in Lonhro storming down the outside. If you own the winner of the Caulfield Guineas and you've got a beautifully bred colt like All Too Hard, you are set for an incredible career at stud, and you're probably worth, Bruce, $30 million.
It's mouth-watering, isn't it? And today, a double banger. So that, as well as that Cox Plate connection. And these 4 colts remain in the Cox Plate. There are only 16 horses still in the Cox Plate in a fortnight's time. And these 4, so it'll be absolutely pivotal to see exactly how they run today. You don't have to win the Caulfield Guineas. You think about, so you think for one, to win a Cox Plate. And the long shots, Richo, they've been remarkable, haven't they, in this race?
They certainly have. I mean, Aberidi was an absolute blowout. 1952 is way before my time with Bayside, but I do remember Mighty Boss coming up on the inside for Michael Walker and Mick Price.
Got a big part to play. Could he do what his father did so spectacularly a few years back? Back with the Guineas and also back to Rose Hill Gardens after this. The Hawks and Zach Lloyd with a treble. All the Richo just said to me, but I won a stall gift, I won a stall gift. That's okay. Post-impressionist, can he find some form, Richo?
Oh, golly gee. Well, the question that I'd like to ask you, Bruce, do you trust him? Do you trust this horse? Because I don't now.
Well, probably not. He hasn't had a lot of starts. I want to trust him. I probably can't. Young Werther, this is intriguing. Quick back up, and are they on a Caulfield Cup mission if he were to win this?
Well, he's the sort of horse that I think they're now going to aim towards lower grade races, but he loves Flemington. Caulfield, not so much. This was at Flemington in this grade, I'd be all over him. This is the one I think they have to beat in Whiskey on the Hill. Now, Damien Lane will ride half a kilo over. Terrific run in the Harry White. Both he and Scary, I thought, ran really well. He was held up. He should have won even easier. So I think he's the one to beat.
So Braden Star goes into Herbert Power for the 3rd time. He was 4th last year and he was 7th the year before that. So they have another roll of the dice here. He's going okay. He ran right in the Heatherly, he ran right in the Naturalism. So he's in the market. Plymouth's probably the one that's progressive, I think.
Yeah, look, he won the Benalla Cup. However, I thought he had every possible chance in that race and he only narrowly won. Now, they put the blinkers on, so I take your point in regards to progressive. He ran in a Derby, he ran 6th in a Derby and he was under double figures. Now, Tara Mansour, the question mark at Caulfield for him, I went back and looked. So in October 2021, he ran 4th over this trip. He was only 2 lengths off Will, John and Smoke and Romans. So he does get around Caulfield, but he is 9 years of age.
He is. He ran okay in the Adelaide Cup this year. You've got to go back 4 years ago when he was placed in the Bendigo Cup, and he's done that a couple of times. Matt, we're going to get the market mover from Sportsbet for the Herbert Power.
Yeah, Bruce, so Whiskey on the Hill's got twice as many bets on it than anything else in the race. It's been $4.40 into $4.20 late in the piece, but rock solid is Plymouth as well at $4.
Katie, bring back some memories for you, this Herbert Power?
Yeah, it sure does. It was one of my favourite days on a racecourse is riding a sign for Lloyd Williams to win and Macedon and the whole team. He was a great horse for me, and yeah, lucky enough rode him in the Melbourne Cup after winning this race. So yeah, it does bring back the memories. I think Whiskey on the Hill is the horse to be on, especially after drawing so well with Damien Lane, getting down to the 53.5 kilos too. So I'm with Whiskey on the Hill, Lizzie.
What about over this 2,400 metres? What's the best way to approach it?
Well, I led all the way in this race, and I used to like taking luck out of it and going forward. And yeah, it's a nice enough run to the first corner, and then you've got the beautiful back straight. So I think the jockeys, especially in a Caulfield Cup, are really adamant to get their positions before the first corner, but maybe in this race not so much. They just take their time, try and find that nice rhythm, and then once they get down the back, just switch their horse off, try and get them in that rhythm and breathing to try and get the best
How
out
important is that factor over this extended distance to get them really settled and relaxed?
So important for the stayers to find the rhythm, to find the breathing, and try and find that nice spot where you're not too far away, Richo and Bruce. But it's a fine line, and these jockeys will be feeling the pressure today.
They will, and 4 of them have still got a nomination amongst the 29 for the Caulfield Cup.
Interesting to see whether they back up in that, because in recent years this has tended to be a lead-up race towards a Melbourne Cup. There's Danny O'Brien, the trainer of young Werther here. I think Whiskey on the Hill can win, and I think Scary's the one that's over the odds as a value proposition. There's the map going forward. That would be a great story, wouldn't it?
And of course, Danny with Marcy O'Reilly in this, the last one to win this and go on and win that Caulfield Cup. Here we go. Matt Hill for the Herbert Power.
And Earl of Tyrone skipped in the air like a kangaroo in the first stride or two and is going back towards the end from that outside draw. Young Werther jumped well with Braden Star, Plymouth and Smoke and Romans. Whiskey on the Hill is on the rails, and then post-impressionist Tara Mansour, Stochka Scary. Towards the end is the map, and last Earl of Tyrone. At the judge, Smoke and Romans steadily working across. Braden Star's a little bit keen on the inside and kicks up. They were followed by Plymouth, who gets the trail. Next is Whiskey on the Hill, the Ansett Classic winner, followed by Young Werther at the 1900 metres. 2 lengths Tara Mansour and Post Impressionist. A couple of lengths to Scary, Stochka, and then came the map and Earl of Tyrone as they reached the 1600 metre marker. Eventually, Smoke and Romans went to the front and just bowls out here from Braden Star as they really slow it off. Whiskey on the Hill on the inside of Plymouth, and they were followed by Young Werther. Tara Mansour on the rails from Post Impressionist. 3/4 of a length to Scary. Then came Stochka. Earl of Tyrone is on the rails, and at the end is the map. They climb the hill with 1,300 metres to go, and it's Smoke and Romans, the toppy, leading out by 2 lengths. Just snuck away up the hill from Braden Star. They were followed by Plymouth third the outside. Whiskey on the Hill a half length away fourth. A length away Young Werther. And then came Tara Mansour, Post Impressionist. A length and a quarter Scary. Then came Stochka, second last Earl of Tyrone, and last of all is the map as they swing to the railway side of Caulfield. 950 metres to go. Smoke and Romans in front, virtually left alone by a length to Braden Star, and they're 2 lengths in front of Plymouth, who's had every chance outside of Whiskey on the Hill, who just needs a little bit of luck in the last 700 metres. Now Post Impressionist is satellite 3 deep and is zooming up on the outside. Young Werther is in 6th and getting going too. Then came Stochka, Tara Mansour, Scary, the map, and at the tail Earl of Tyrone. It's on now. Smoke and Romans, 450 metres to go, headed off by Braden Star. Then came on the outside Post Impressionist, Plymouth. Whiskey on the Hill needs a run badly, and it looks to be travelling. Followed further back by Young Werther. Braden Star at the 250. Whiskey on the Hill can't get a run. Plymouth on the outside moves up and takes Braden Star. Whiskey on the Hill trying to get through. Plymouth goes to the lead. Plymouth with Braden Star fighting back. Whiskey on the Hill will have a go late. They go to the line. Braden Star. Braden Star has just beaten Plymouth and a luckless Whiskey on the Hill. Behind those horses, Smoke and Romans or Post Impressionist. Tara Mansour not too far away from those. Followed then by Earl of Tyrone, Scary, the map, Young Werther and well back Stochka.
So Willow's incredible spring continues here. The last time he won a Herbert Power was, can you believe it, nearly 20 years ago, in 2006. He won it in 05 and 06. Katie, and Lizzie, he pulled this horse off the canvas. Now, he is in the Cup, this horse, so he does go in if they want to run him in the Caulfield Cup next week, but that was a great riding performance, wasn't it?
It was. He's just riding with so much confidence at the moment, Craig Williams, isn't he? And he took off early. He made it a good staying test. And look, he's an old horse now. He's a 7-year-old. He's been a great money spinner for his connections. That's his 6th win, and he's been beautifully placed. That was 4th up. And as you said, he really had to kick back off the canvas. Plymouth looked like he was home, but gee, the tragedy that we were watching unfold was Whiskey on the Hill. Had no luck, Lizzie.
Let's have a look at this head on, Katie, because you can see Braden Star, and that's Post Impressionist. Plymouth is off and gone, and you're just waiting for a gap. Damien Lane, he wasn't able to get one, so he had to come around heels. And in the concluding stages, he was never going to get there, but always, well, there was a glimmer of hope that he could have got there because he finished so quickly.
Yeah, he's certainly one for the Black Book. He is such a promising horse, and Glenn Thompson will be unfortunately doesn't get the win today, but there is a big win in this horse.
It certainly is, and we have to be able to look through the Caulfield Cup to see if he is going to possibly get into the race or whether they want to move on to other staying contests on Whiskey on the Hill. But it's all about Braden Star. He did a terrific job. Craig Williams is riding in great style. Trent Buston and Natalie Young have probably been a little bit quiet recently, but it's good to see them with a nice winner. And Richo is alongside the ever so stylish Natalie.
Oh, the brilliantly dressed as always, Natalie Young. Congratulations. Third time lucky for this horse in the race.
Oh, I know, it sure is, and it's finally gone our way. Look, he just jumped brilliantly, and going down the straight here, I was thinking, oh, don't lead, Willow, don't lead, and Smoker Romans managed to get following him forward, and he just had a beautiful run in transit, and I love the way he really stuck his head out that last 150 metres and really fought. We took the blinkers off, he just over-raced a touch his last few runs, and it's just great. It's great for the team. We needed this win.
And he's got a spot into the Caulfield Cup. Do you back him up and run?
Well, he'd have to come through the race really well. You know, it's all about the horse. So if he comes through it well, possibly, you know, we'll have a talk to Seymour Bloodstock. So all the boys are here, so I think they're in for a great day. But yeah, he'd have to come through it well. You know, there are options. There is, you know, you've got the Geelong Cup, the Moonee Valley Cup, or you could just go straight into maybe a Melbourne Cup. I don't know. We tried to get there last year and didn't quite go our way. But it's just great that this horse has bounced back after the year that we've had. The owners have just been so patient with it. You know, with all the protocols that we had to go through with them, and it's just fantastic that he's bounced back and won today.
Now, you and I are proof. There was a bad theory that green, and you know, you got a bit of speed.
No, it's mint. It's
well,
mint.
It's a division
It's not
of green.
No.
I've got green. It's lucky, mate. Don't worry.
No, mint is lucky.
Oh,
Grass
okay.
green is unlucky.
Oh, gee, Bruce, I'm off. Well done.
Thanks.
Coming up on 7 Horse Racing.
Jimmy over the top! The best racing from Sydney and Melbourne.
William Haggis has done it again.
Right here on 7 Horse Racing.